If someone was to be looking for a church, what are some of the criteria you would look at?
Yeah, and sometimes, that's a great question because I would say to parents, like I've been a pastor for 35 years, Ben, and you have as well for many years. I would always say to people, when you find a church, if you have adolescent children, check out the youth group really early on. You don't want to lose your kids. So I'm going to say, as a father, and those of you who are mothers and you have children, you make sure that your children have the best possible chance of believing, loving the Church of Jesus Christ and moving forward. So I wouldn't apologize for things of that nature. But then also, I think that we should look for a place where the Word is properly preached. And I would say to people, find a church where what's happening at the pulpit is a verse-by-verse declaration of Scripture, somebody that follows the Bible along. Find that kind of a church. And then also, I would argue that you find a church that takes the commands of God seriously. So, we talked about church discipline and that kind of a thing. I personally find that church discipline is helpful to me. It says that the people in the church that I'm a part of will love me enough not to let me stray. So I think that's a very important thing because church ought to provide a level of accountability so that there will be people that are kind of looking over my shoulder, not out of a nuisance idea, but because they love me enough. So fellowship in the gospel, preaching of the word, and especially something that endears and calls my family. I mean, I think those are some of the principles. I'm sure there are others, but I think those are foundational.